God damn it. God fucking damn it. What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and guess what I just came back from seeing? You guessed it, Slender Man. Slender Man is a 2018 horror film that I tried. God fucking damn it, I tried. Sometimes you could say I'm pessimistic and I'm just negative about things, but I feel like, I could be impartial, but I feel like I try to be positive, that I do try to give things a chance. Even when this trailer looked like shit, I thought, who knows? The film is directed by Sylvan White, which I should have looked up what else this fucker has directed to see if this all makes sense, to see if this truly is this guy's fault. But the plot is probably pretty obvious because at this point most people know what Slender Man is or have heard of it. The creepypasta that was on the dark web a few years ago. When I first heard about Slender Man, I thought it was really creepy. Just these stories, and especially that one with the two little girls and how one almost killed the other. Luckily she didn't. In fact, there was a lot of controversy over this movie even being made and being released. It got passed around to studios and ended up at Sony, who had no problem releasing it, of course, because this is kind of sort of based on a true story, or at least something that happened. But in this movie, we follow 4 high school girls who are all best friends, and they hear about Slender Man. So they decide, hey, let's summon the fucking guy, because why not? So they do it, and over the course of the movie, some freaky stuff happened to them, and slowly they start to disappear, and the remaining ones have to try to figure out what's going on, how can they stop him, blah, 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 blah. When I said I tried to give this movie a chance, I walked in with a clean slate and thought, impress me, movie, or scare me, movie, because I love to be scared, and it's so infrequent now when I get scared, especially in the theater. And the idea is creepy, right? You go on the internet and you find out about this entity, and you don't know if it's true, but you're curious, so you look into it, and the more you look into it, maybe your mind plays tricks on you. Maybe you start to see things, or, you know, there are points in the movie where you can't tell what's real or what's a dream. There was things that reminded me of A Nightmare on Elm Street, like some dream sequences, and that's a plus. There were things that reminded me of The Ring, like watching a video and then after that freaky stuff happens and some creepy thing comes after you. That's a plus. But then I started to get some vibes of, remember the Bye Bye Man? Yeah, I got vibes of that. I got vibes of what pretty much every current horror movie, most of them do, like Truth or Dare, like Unfriended, where it's nothing but jump scare galore. It's nothing but, hey, you see that thing really far into the background? That's supposed to scare you. Isn't it scary? Oh, let's have every single one of these characters, whenever they hear a noise, they go downstairs and the house is pitch black, the lights are off. They don't go to turn the lights on. What the fuck? Why doesn't any character turn the lights on? Even if you have a thing where they try to put the lights on and the lights aren't working. They easily could have done that, but that shows you how lazy the script is, how much, I guess, the writers expect that we don't think about shit like this. Sure, maybe if you're 12 years old, this is going to be the scariest movie you've ever seen, but let's watch some good ones. Go back and watch some of the ones that this movie is clearly ripping off and stealing from and just being so lazy about. I can say some good positive things about the film, of course. Slender Man himself, he looks like Slender Man. Like, if you Google what Slender Man looks like, if you already have seen the pictures, then you're going to watch this movie and go, alright, they have the design correct. Whoop-de-doo! They copied and pasted a design. Real impressive. And the actresses of our main characters, I will say that they are all good, some better than others, but I think that it's more the writing. They don't do a whole lot with, like, it's just, I wish they had more personality so that I could fully distinguish each one. The only one that stood out really was Joey King, who played the one who really kind of bought into the Slender Man thing and was all freaked out and constantly looking stuff up and just was 100% like, yeah, this is real. Where all the other friends were sort of more skeptical. And Elise Basso, who I've seen in a few horror movies at this point ever since Oculus, she was fine, but once again, didn't get to do a whole lot. Jazz Sinclair, same deal. Julia Tellez, she is kind of sort of the main character, and I wanted to get behind her and like her more, but it's just, I think the script is lazy. The script is severely just thrown together. Slender Man, the stories have been around for a few years. It's amazing that we just now are getting a theatrical movie about the guy, that they didn't try to capitalize on this a while ago. And the fact that it did take this long, the fact that it took years apparently to get this script, this is the shit that they push out. This is what we get. Really? There couldn't have been more time, effort, and care put into this shit? We couldn't have had maybe a little more fun. We couldn't have made the characters more relatable. We couldn't have had the scares actually be scary. Stop with the jump scares. It's not scary. Stop with the whole, oh yeah, we're going to have a main villain that has powers and that can do whatever the fuck he wants, but you don't explain how it all works, so none of it really is believable. You're just sort of sitting there like, well, I guess he can do that now. And the ending. I'm so pissed off about the ending because I'm thinking to myself, sure, there was some creepy, tensiony moments, but the ending drops the ball so bad. I'm just going to spoil it. If you're somebody who was angry that this movie got released, you're not going to see it anyways, so it doesn't matter. And if you're somebody who hasn't seen it, but you want to see it, I'm going to spoil the fuck out of this. The very ending of the movie is you finally, after an hour and a half, get the sight of Slender Man with its spider-like legs, which kind of looks goofy and silly, not scary. But, okay, fine. The main character's running away in the woods. He grabs her, of course, and turns her into a tree. And that's how the movie ends. And our main character did this. She gave herself up to him because he got her little sister, or was getting to her little sister. So she had to sacrifice herself to have him stop attacking her, which I don't even know how that makes sense because he kept going after all these other kids that they constantly show and have these articles and videos. And it's just, really? It made everyone seem dumb. It made me feel dumb after watching this bullshit. I should have just walked out. I should have, but I was too generous. God damn it, I haven't walked out of a movie yet this year. I'm slacking. I need to stop wasting my time. Stop giving these movies the pleasure of my time. Ugh, this movie is some old bullshit.
Man, this some old bullshit.
I want to say fuck you. In fact, I'm this close to saying fuck you, but I'm gonna just move on. I'm gonna pretend like this didn't even happen. Hopefully tomorrow I forget this piece of shit film. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you still want to see the film. If you've already seen the movie, what do you think of it? Hell, what do you think of Slender Man? What are some ideas of a good Slender Man horror movie that's actually scary? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.